Hello, everybody, and welcome back. So, last weekend I got out into the forest, and one of the trees that I found was this one. And I just thought I would share the movement or one of the movements that I used to create this image because I don't think I've mentioned it before. So, you wouldn't particularly want to pan upwards in a moment like this because you'd lose all this lovely texture on these evergreen branches. And there was droplets of water on them. And then we had light filtering down through the tree canopy behind. And I didn't want to pan up and lose all of that detail because then I would have lost the thing that pulled my eye to it in the first place. So I'm going to show you that movement, but before I do, I just wanted to say that obviously it's more than a movement and more than a shutter speed. There's rhythm, timing, the coordination of when you're going to click your shutter. The shutter speed itself matters, but then what are you going to do during that open shutter? And what about nature? What movement is nature offering you? Are you going to coordinate with the breeze or the waves lapping up the beach, or are you going to wait for them to be calm and still? And then there's composition, colour, contrast, texture, and the choice of movement. What you kind of image you want to end up with. Do you want it to be pictorial, which is probably the most accurate description of what I like to do? Impressionistic, loosening the details that little bit further so that really colour and light have become the subject themselves, or do you want to go really abstract? So when I stood there and looked at this tree, I wasn't thinking, what movement am I going to make and what shutter speed? My first thought was, how does it feel here today? Is it calm or is the world feeling agitated and maybe a little bit angry? Is the sky moody? Is the wind whipping through? Or does it feel calm and tranquil? Because one of the things that I've noticed is when you then match that in your body, in the type of movement you're going to make with the camera, because if you know me, you'll know that I tend to use my whole body rather than just my arms and hands. I then find if I've thought those thoughts first and thought about how this feels here today, and then try and match that in my movement and tension in my body, I then very often end up with an image that really reveals the world as I was experiencing it. So, are you going to be flowing or are you going to be a little bit more staccato in that movement? So, the movement I'm going to share with you today, please just keep in mind the things that I've just said because there will be lots of different ways of executing this movement. I like to have the camera out in front of me and move it back towards me purely because I find I end up with a much straighter, more predictable line than if I push outwards for this kind of thing. So, camera out in front of me, and then I am just creating a Z shape. And of course, your Z shape, depending on your subject and why you're using it, could be a flick, or it could be a soft flow, it could be slow, or it could be very fast. The way you execute the movement will make a big difference to the effect you get, and it will also be affected by the lens that you're using, the subject, and what movement is also going on out in nature. And I'm sure many other things that I've not thought to mention today. There are so many things and so many variables and ways to play with these movements. So, Z shape, just moving the camera in a Z shape back towards you or out in front of you, or maybe a bit of both, just going backwards and forwards, creating a flow during that open shutter. And I know you love to know what shutter speed. This was 1 second. Okay, I hope that gives you something new to play with, and I will look forward to seeing you again really soon. Bye, everyone.